Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope you all are doing good. So today we are going to see one of the most important pharma production department interview question and answer part second. So if you haven't checked the part one, please go and check. I have discussed a few of the very important questions asked in the interview. So this is the part second. So let's get started with the part two. So first of all, we'll look into all of the questions. What is disintegration test? So here we will understand each and every questions basic wise. We will not just read and all the questions. So it is very important for the people who are freshers or who are experienced as well. So they do not need to remember all the time. So if you understand the basic, it will be there for you for every time, and you can understand to other people as well. So what is disintegration test? It is the time required for a tablet capsule to break into particles. The disintegration test is a measure of the time required under a given set of conditions. Temperature for a group of tablets capsule to disintegrate into particles. So try to understand here what does question says. Suppose we have a tablet. Suppose we have tablet or we have a capsule. We have a long capsule, right? So the time taken to disintegrate these tablets or this capsule into small particles, this is about the disintegration test. So the time required, right? The time required to break into small particles. So this is meant by disintegration test. Cycle of shaft holding the tube basket limit is 29 to 32 cycles per minute, and distance covered by shaft basket is 50 to 60 mm, and beaker temperature is 35 to 39 degrees Celsius. So this tells about the condition of the disintegration test. If we have a basket type apparatus or we have a paddle shift type apparatus, so there are different types of apparatus used for disintegration test. Some of the interview may also ask that what are the conditions, so you need to tell this, these are the general conditions. So your interviewer will be very happy with you that okay, you have the basic knowledge of the disintegration test. So next is why disintegration test is performed. Disintegration test is performed to determine whether tablets or capsule disintegrate within the prescribed time when placed in a liquid medium at the experimental conditions. So what does this tell? That okay, disintegration test you know, but why it is done? This is the main reason for doing, to know the actual time that okay, you have a certain tablets, means you have sustained release tablet, you have extended release tablet, or you had immediate release tablet, or you have some capsules which are long acting capsules. So whether they are releasing in the certain period or not, whether they are intended for their certain time of period or not. So this is meant by disintegration test. You understand the basic and your everything will be clear. So why three consecutive batches taken for validation? This is also an important question, and this is also important for our general, what you say, general life also. That why we take three readings, or why we take three times, whatever we do we take in the three times. So this is general. The number of batches to be taken under validation depends upon the risk involved in the manufacturing critical process parameters. So this is very clear. Under the validation depends upon the risk involved. So we have to analyze the risk, whatever the risk is taken place. If we consider less than two batches, try to understand here, then the data will not be sufficient for evaluation, right? If we take for less than two, if we take less than two, then data will not be sufficient to prove reproducibility of data between batch to batch variation. And if we consider more than three batches, it may increase the time and cost of manufacturer, which may not be preferred. So you understand, less than two is so data will not be sufficient, and more than two or more than three, then our the cost will be increased. The increased time and cost of the manufacturer will be increased. Generally, if we require quality in the first batch, then maybe accidental, coincidental, right? If suppose we have taken batch number one and we have achieved the quality in this, so it may be accidental, right? It may be coincidental. So second batch quality is regular. If we are taking in the second batch and also the data is coming good, then it may be regular. And third batch, quality is validation or confirmation. If we achieve in the third batch also, then it is the confirmation. So in the general term also we will tell that okay, best of 3 we will play, or best of 3 we will do. So this is the main reason, that first maybe coincidental, second is the our yes, second batch is regular or quality is achieved, and third batch is validation or confirmation. Statistical evaluation cannot be done by considering 2 points, right? Because 2 points always draw a straight line, so minimum 3 line points required for comparison of data. So say suppose we have taken two points only. So if you see a single line is drawn, wherever you draw, and there is always a single line, right? So statistical wise, we cannot draw any conclusion in this, right? But if we have taken the third batch also, then you see there is a possibility of straight line, or there is not a possibility of a straight line, right? So here, so there may be not be possible. So statistically we can tell okay, this is the reason for 3 batches consecutive. Next question: what is clean area? An area with defined environmental control of particulate and microbial contamination, constructed and used in such a way to reduce the introduction, generation and retention of contamination within the area. So this is very common thing, you can read out and you can understand. What is yield reconciliation? This is also asked because in the tablets and capsule, when we are using our raw materials and how much is the finished product, so the manufacturer or the senior people from the production department is interested in this thing. A comparison between the theoretical quantity of the material and the actual quantity, right? Means suppose this is the raw material, this is 5 kg you have given, and you need to take unit finished product, suppose it should come 4 kg. This is 5 kg, but only 3 kg is coming, and you have estimated it should come around 4.5. So the actual difference between 4 kg and 4.5 and the 3 kg, this you should know all the differences between these three. Yield conciliation can be done in manufacturing and packing stages like blending, compression, capsule filling, coating, inspection and packing. So this can be done at any stage. Suppose if we are doing only at the final stage and there we are getting any surprise, so this will be a matter of concern. So it can be done at blending, compression, capsule filling, coating, inspection and packing. So you understand these things and you can describe to anyone. This is very important to know. What is in process control or checks? Checks performed during production in order to monitor whether it is meeting the required specification or not, and if necessary to adjust the process to ensure that the product conforms to its specification. I hope this is clear. Means in process, I have also mentioned these things in the part 1 video. If you have not checked, please go and check those videos. Check performed during production in order to monitor whether it meeting the required inspection or not, and if necessary, means if we are checking in the in process, suppose there are 4 stages, 1 2 3 4, we are checking in the 2nd and 3rd stages, so we will come to know the problem here only, and if any changes are required at the 2nd or 3rd, we can do right here, right? So this is the in process control checks means and advantage. What is finished product? A finished dosage form that has undergone all stages of manufacturing, including packaging in its final container with labeling, and which is ready for sale and release to market. I hope this is very clear. Which instrument is used for measuring the RPM? First you need to understand RPM means rotation per minute. This is very easy. Tachometer is used for measurement of RPM. You might have seen somewhere in the in your vehicle also, means RPM, rotation per minute, or in some of the other devices RPM meter is mentioned here, 1 2 3 4 or 100 200 300. So this is known as tachometer. What are the in process checks parameter during tablet compression? So now this is the most important question. This is the most important question to know. Appearance, group weight, individual weight variation, uniformity of weight, thickness, diameter, hardness, friability, speed of machine, compact force, difill length and disintegration time. I will make a detailed video on all these topics all these tests or checks. So as of now, you need to just remember these things. This is very important questions for pharma production department. What is GMP and CGMP? As you enter into a pharma company, first of all, they will teach you these things. What is GMP? What is CGMP? So if you understand at this point, what are these things? So you will not be get surprising there. So see, good manufacturing practices (GMP) are the practices required in order to confirm the guidelines recommended by agencies that control the authorization and licensing. Means this is the practice, good as the name says, good manufacturing practices, that all the guidelines which are the recommended by agencies, you are obeying all the guidelines or you are following all the guidelines. Means you are following the good manufacturing practices for your manufacturing processes. Manufacture and sale of food and beverages, pharmaceutical products, dietary supplements, and medical devices. Whatever the products you have to follow GMP. These guidelines provide minimum requirements that a manufacturer must follow or meet to ensure that their products are consistently high in quality from batch to batch for their intended use. So whatever the GMP practices you are doing and whatever the quality batches you are producing, quality must be there. Either it is batch 1, 2 or 3 or 1000. Quality must be there in all of the batches. We cannot compromise with the quality. I have been saying that quality can never be compromised in a pharma company. I have mentioned this in the video 1 also. If you have not seen, please go and check. CGMP is current good manufacturing practices. What is the difference between GMP and CGMP? We will see. And we have to follow the current practices as there are changes in regulations. So always you have to follow the current practices. So it is called current good manufacturing practices. Means in the pharma company or in the pharma field, there are regular changes. There are regular changes or regulations change or amendments. So you need to understand the changes and you have to adapt to the changes. You have to learn those changes and you have to follow the changes. So this is the main difference between CGMP and GMP. This is the last question in this video. What are the in-process checks parameter during capsule filling? Appearance, group weight of filled capsule, individual weight of filled capsule, net filled content of the powder, locking length, and disintegration time. You just remember for this video, I will make a detailed video on these topics. What are the in-process checks parameters during tablet coating? Appearance, inlet temperature, outlet temperature, pan RPM, gun distance from the tablet band, spray rate, weight gain, group weight of coated tablets, individual weight of coated tablets, and thickness. So these are the very important question asked in the pharma interview production department. So that's it for this part. If you like the video, please do like, or if you have any comment, please comment, share with your friends or with your colleagues, and do subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching. Thank you.